Hello and welcome. It's day 9. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. And I have some fun things to share with you. But first, I wanted to check in. How are we doing with our daily micro breaks? Yes. And remember, it doesn't have to be an extended amount of time. That pause, just a slight pause to think, how am I doing? Checking in with your body. How does my body feel? Checking in with your breath. How am I breathing? That's a start. Yes. So remember to count all of the little steps. The baby steps are wins. And if you stop and pause to stretch, that's extra credit. You don't have to be doing that stretch. It can be anything. It could be moving of the shoulders, anything that we have done together that helps you to feel better, that allows you to check in with yourself and how you are doing. Checking your posture and literally checking in, just like you do with other people. Hi, how are you? How are you doing? How are you feeling? And this is an opportunity for you to do that for yourself every day. So I'm proud of you for making the steps, baby steps. They accumulate, it will become part of your normal routine to check in throughout your day. So for today, our focus is repetitive movement patterns. I don't know if you can hear sounds, but think of any physical profession, job. There are people outside doing the lawn. Weed whackers, holding them in a certain position. Lawnmower. I think lawnmowers people use both hands, so you would probably be a little bit more balanced. The whole idea is to raise awareness into where we are right now, to notice how we are doing and to make changes if and when necessary. And on top of that, if we can make these changes sooner rather than later, it's going to be of more benefit to us. So imagine, if you will, you're going grocery shopping. You have a list for 3 items. You have a basket and you're holding those items, 2 items in the basket. And then you see something, it's not on the list, but it's on sale. Yes, let me get this. And then you continue doing your shopping. Ooh, you see something else that catches your eye. How about this? And then the basket gets heavier and you still haven't gotten your 3rd item. So you look around, you're moving. And what happens? With time, that basket starts to get heavier. It starts to get heavier and you're still holding. So that's an example of, probably not every single day, because I'm assuming that you don't go grocery shopping every single day. Do you? Yes, some people say, like, I try to avoid grocery shopping whenever possible. Yes. But when you do, there is a tendency to hold things on one side. So have you ever heard the term dominant, non-dominant side? Yes? Okay. And so if you don't know, if you're a righty, you tend to do everything with your right side. That's me. So that's my dominant side. My non-dominant side is the left side. So I was looking for an outfit to wear. Not an outfit, a different top. But then I thought, wait a minute, this is a great opportunity for me to talk about dominant, non-dominant side. I strive to be as symmetrical as possible. And as you've noticed in all of our sessions, we are trying to be balanced, or another way for that is symmetrical, where we're even on both sides. But due to our lives, we have these repetitive patterns, everyday things we don't think about. Opening cabinets. I always use the right side. Opening a door, always use the right side. I'm pointing here because the kitchen is here. Opening the microwave, using the same side. I take out the silverware, same side. Plates, cups. Refrigerator, always on the same side. You get the idea, right? That's how the dominant side stays dominant. The non dominant side is there to assist, but it can use some attention. We're going to do some movements to really focus on our shoulders and the surrounding area, continuing to build on our routine so that you are also not overdoing it. The dominant, non dominant side could be just you're just doing everything on one side, could become an overuse injury. And this is not to alarm anyone, but to raise awareness, to be thinking about these things. Comes back to our questions. How are you? How are you doing? If you have any sensations in the shoulders or you feel like it's a little tired, it gets tired more quickly, anything like that, then starting to make those associations. Well, doing this a lot of thinking, contemplating, noticing, and observing. What is the cause? What's the effect? Cause can be overuse, always using one side, always reaching, always reaching, always reaching, right? So this is an example of an overuse. Look what I'm doing. I'm reaching forward, 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 side and back, not getting the same amount of repetitions. And so this is where we can counter it. We can take even better care of ourselves by doing some backward movement. That's one example to help make this a little more clear. So what do you think? Are there some everyday tasks that tend to be repetitive in your life? Think about it. Someone says children, grandkids, playing with the kids, lifting pets, lifting doggies, lifting the cats. Is it one hand that you corral the the kiddos? Some people use kids for children and their feline or doggy friends and children. So, like we have our challenges with the micro breaks, you could accept this challenge to pay attention to whether it's your pets, whatever that repetitive, notice your movement patterns. And the extra credit is, can you change size? One day I tried to do everything with my left side to be really, really conscious, but it's so natural, it's so routine, I don't even think about it to just reach automatically on my right. So I have to stop, I have to pause, I have to remind myself. How many of you have ever tried brushing your teeth on the opposite side? It's really weird. It's because we don't use the other sides. We are not ambidextrous, meaning that we use both sides. The non-dominant side is not as smooth, it's not as efficient. Yes. But even handwriting. Does anyone even use a pen and paper or a pencil and paper anymore? Do you? We write with one side. Does anyone else write with their opposite side? Like I can, right? But it would take me so long because I'm so lacking of coordination to do that. So I don't have a direct answer for those types of things, but we are raising awareness for movement that we can counter our repetitive patterns with some mobility work, which will be our focus today to do some different mobility work that will hopefully, not hopefully, that will help to bring more balance into your body. So, speaking of that mobility work, let's get moving to it now. And before that, let us take some grounding, centering breaths together to get us connected with our breath and to connect a little bit more with our body. Beginning with our in breath together, in, and releasing out of your mouth. Feel free to make noise if you want to, need to. In breath. and out. And let us take one more together. Inhaling and exhaling. And now resume your comfortable breathing. Breathing at a rate, pace that is comfortable for you. Oh, and I should have gave the reminder, if you have water or some beverage that you'd like to sip on throughout class, have that. I have it just over here, so I'm going to reach so that I can lead by example. This is a nice opportunity to take a little hydration break. So, what about if you made your micro breaks also hydration breaks? Micro break could be to move, could be to stretch, could be to hydrate. Another way to continue taking care of yourself. So you're breathing comfortably, attention into the shoulders, listening to your body, moving at a range of motion that is comfortable for you. We're going to start with shoulder circles. You can do them here, small, comfortable. You can't see, my hands are resting on my thighs as I circle. You can have your arms hanging by your sides as you do this. And I'd like you to bring more consciousness to this. How round can you make your circles? How smooth can you make your movement? Now, anybody noticing I'm doing this? Like, ooh, for me, this chair is actually blocking my backwards movement. So let's see if I can just slide forward. Okay, there, now I have actual space to move. We are waking up our shoulders as we breathe. Ah. You can think of inhaling for half of the circle and then exhaling for the other half of the circle. Again, how big can you make the movements? Eyes can be open or closed. And we're still moving in the same direction. Let's do two more. Last one and release. Okay, now opposite direction. Let's start small. Hear my shoulders? Your shoulders making any noise? As always, listening to your body. How does this feel? How does this range of motion feel? Adjust for yourself based on how you feel. Then as you continue with your circles, when you feel ready to make them bigger, please do. So now I'm trying to exaggerate so that when you look, you can actually see more movement. That yes, I'm moving my shoulders, but you see my chest is moving. My back is also engaged. My core is activated to help stabilize. I'm trying to keep my head in alignment. I'm looking at you. You can look at me. You don't have to. You can close the eyes. How are we feeling? Starting to feel a little smoother with the movement, a little more ease. Let's do two more. And this is your last one. And let's take a little break. What are you feeling? Tired? Could be tiring, definitely. Do you need some hydration? Remember, we will be doing a number of repetitions today, so I am calling this to your awareness to know you don't have to force yourself, but you can also try. I'm striving for 3 in each direction. We're going to continue with our shoulder circles. This time I'm extending my arms out. If this is good for you, extend them out. This already is going to be a little more tiring because we are holding the weight of our arms. So we're circling forward, 3, 2. If you could see, my thumbs are up. I'm going like this. My thumbs are up. And then change opposite direction. We're circling back for 3, 2, 1, and then change again. So I'm starting small, and then I'm slowly getting bigger and bigger with my circles. We're changing direction again. So you see they're getting a little bit bigger. The actual circling. So if you're drawing fingers, drawing with your fingers, if you had a crayon in your hand, a pen, marker, laser, you're making circles. Now see the difference? Getting big. We're changing forward. 3. Ooh, how are the shoulders doing? Are they getting tired? Let's take a break right here. So what happens when we tend to get tired, then we have to compensate, then the shoulders start to rise. We're no longer in proper alignment. So we don't need to do that. Take a break. You can lift and lower. You can really emphasize lowering. You can arch, you can round, or is there something else? We'll make sure that we stretch. Here's a good one I was going to say. You can take the arm up and hold the elbow, pat yourself on the back if that feels good. You can take your arm in front. These are all options. Choose one, the one that feels best, or maybe you do them all. We'll change the other side. And notice if there are differences, our dominant and our non-dominant side. Is one side tighter or not? Noticing, and that's how we can take better care of ourselves. All right, let's release. I'm gonna shake a little if you can. Now we will continue. So we're moving from tiny, small, medium, large, extra large. So we're going to our large circles now. We're circle back. 3, 2, circle forward, large. 3, 2. Since the movements are bigger, we slow them down a little bit so that we can maintain control. And our last one, this could be the biggest circles. Still breathing. Spine is long and tall. Last one. And reverse. 3, 2, 1. Okay, little break. Lift lower or shake. Shake out your whole entire body. Shake out the hands. You can wiggle. Okay. Goalpost. We're going to do our goalpost arm. So this is internal, external rotation. You can have your arms extended for this. I was doing it this way so that you can see my movement, so you can differentiate a little bit more. Which one, or maybe you have another variation, choose the one that is best for you. And you can always change, not just in the beginning, throughout. When you need to change, please change. So begin, zip, zip up, lengthen the spine. Your head is in alignment with your spine. Goalpost arms. So if possible, keeping the arms in alignment, parallel with the ground, and we're coming forward and we're lifting up. If you come back a little bit, you can do that as well. Slow, steady, controlled movement forward, lifting up and coming back. Good. Maintaining this pace so that we've got a nice little rhythm here. Forward and back. How is your breathing as you rotate the shoulders? Connect. I'm exaggerating. You can do that. As long as you're breathing, not holding your breath. Starting point. And then the next would be, can you coordinate your movement with your breath? Let's do 3 more. Last 2. Notice if those shoulders are starting to creep up. Notice if you are slouching. Refine what you're doing. Ooh, and let's release. Ooh, did you get tired? That made me a little bit tired. Shoulders, like, oh, our shoulders. They do a lot, so we want to take care of them. Okay, we are now going to do some twisting motion. Check to see that you have space. Might have to chair a little bit. Our goalpost arms, and we're going to go opposite side. I'm taking my right hand and I'm coming towards my left. Come back to center and then rotate. You can take the hand down to your thigh if that feels good, or you can take it in front of you, parallel with the ground. And we're going to do a number of repetitions so that we're gently awakening our spine with this movement. That the spine is now, oh, you want me to do this? Okay. So in the beginning might be a little sticky, clunky. And then as you continue, oh, smoothing out, more fluid. Spine is nice and long. Yes, good. And then you have a little rhythm, kind of like a dance, huh? Yes. Twist, coming center. And then it's so fluid, it's blended so that your right side and left side, it's like one movement all together. Again, that dance, a beautiful dance as you rotate one side, rotate to the other side. Good point. You can look at me so that your spinal column, your head is an extension, it stays in one line. How does it feel when you turn your head with your body? Does that feel good? So those are two options. So use these next few repetitions to experiment. How does it feel when you look in the direction that your body moves in comparison to keeping your gaze forward? Do you get more rotation? Do you get more of a stretch? Let's do two more. Right side and left is one. And this is your last one here. All right, let's come to center. Notice how you feel. Make any adjustments that you need. Do you need to adjust your hair? Adjust your top. Drink some water. What would help you? Okay, so continuing. Then our twists. We're going to move into some side bends. We've done these before, so they are familiar. But let's do this as if it is the first time, because it is the first time together that we're doing our side bends today. So our side bend can keep your whole spine in one line. I'm looking at you, you're looking at me. Looking good. Variations. We have all kinds of variations. Choose your favorite one thus far. Or maybe you can get some inspiration from the variations that other people are doing. Ooh, look at that. Oh, let's try that. Yes, and as always, smiling, extra credit. Smiling makes everything better. But it really does. We've talked about it. The feel good hormones, oxytocin, just from smiling, like you get a wash of these beneficial chemicals. Someone sees you and, hey, there's something about you. What is it? Oh, I was doing something that I like. So smiling also triggers in your brain. The brain feels you smiling. The nervous system is triggering. The brain says, huh, now why is she smiling? She must be happy for some reason. I don't know what it is, but I guess we're happy. And so then that happiness continues to flow. Yes, continuing with your variations. So small, it could be from your head down. I'm going to move through all variations. Move as slowly or as quickly as you choose. This is all with the head and neck, but if you wanted to hear this way, maintaining your breathing. And as you start to deepen your stretches, you can really get more out of this. Other than this class, how often do you do this movement? to be honest, I don't do this movement often, but it feels good. And we didn't spend all day long here. Some repetitions, and then you can feel, oh, my body is opening up. My breath is deeper. I feel more relaxed. I feel good. Let's do one more set, right side and left side. All right, and let's come to center. We pretty much always do cat and cow because there's not really anything else that allows you to get this flexion and extension through your spine or the arching and rounding movement. How does this feel for you? Using your breath. Linking our breath with our movement with the breath to get even more out of this. Let's do one more set. Arching and rounding. And then come to center. Notice how you feel. We will put it all together for a nice smooth flow. Now that our body is warm, we're going to just take this through together. I will guide you. Let's sit up tall, zip yourself up, extend the arms out, and let's go through our circles. 3, and make them bigger, 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 biggest circle that feels comfortable for you, and opposite direction. Small, medium, large, extra large. Good. Right into the goalposts. Bing. And down. Up. Lengthening the spine, activating your core to stabilize your body as you're breathing in and as you're breathing out. Goalpost arms, and now we move into that rotation. Looking forward or looking as you turn. One more, right side and left side. Good. And side bend. Arm up, arm down, in camera view or not, with your pets or not. One more, right side and left. And remember to smile. Those beautiful smiles. Thank you. Okay, coming to center, we're nice and tall, arch and round through your spine. Is there a spot that needs a little bit more attention? And last one, round, nice and round, and then feel that contrast. Lift on up. And we'll have a little taste of another breathing technique. This one is the 4-7-8. We're going to inhale for 4. We're going to hold for 7 and then exhale for 8. And I will guide you through it. Here we go. Inhale. Holding. Three, 2, slow exhale 4. Inhale. Holding. Exhale. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, holding. And slowly exhale. Last one here. Inhale. Holding. And exhale. Thank you, everyone, for joining. So nice to have you here. We will continue with this in our next session. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And keep taking care of you. Okay, bye.